When I was 15, my mother handed me a trash bag with my clothes and said, "Figure it out yourself." Then she locked the door. The sound of that latch, it stayed in my ears for years. It wasn't loud, but it was final. I didn't knock, I didn't beg. I stood on the porch holding that thin plastic bag like it was proof of my worthlessness. Then I walked. That night I crashed on my friend Ryan's couch. His mom made us grilled cheese, and for a second, I thought maybe this was what normal looked like. Someone asking if you wanted another sandwich. I told myself I'd forget her someday. I lied. For years, I built a life out of silence. College scholarships, internships, then a company, my own company, actually. I never told anyone why I worked like I was running from something, but I was. And then, 19 years later, a letter arrived. Cream envelope. My name written in her handwriting. Tight, slanted, careful. I hadn't seen that script since I was a kid forging her signature for field trip slips. "Please come to my birthday party. I want to see you before it's too late." Too late for what? Guilt? Redemption? I stared at it for a long time. Then I turned it over. On the back, a small note written shakily. "I'm sorry. I need your help." That line did something to me. Not pity, not warmth. Calculation. Because if there was one thing I learned surviving her, it was that her apologies always had a price tag. So yes, I went. But not as her son. It was smaller than I remembered. Or maybe I'd just grown into someone who didn't shrink in its shadow anymore. The door was open, voices spilling out. Laughter, piano music. I stepped in quietly, like a ghost returning to the scene of his own murder. She saw me first. Same eyes, same practiced smile that looked like affection until you remembered how sharp it could cut. "Ethan," she said softly, arms open. I didn't move. I just said, "You look well." People turned to stare. I saw the confusion, her friends, her new husband, the ones who probably only knew her polished version, the philanthropist, the woman who overcame hardship. I let them look. She guided me inside, offered a drink, asked about my life like we were strangers at a reunion. I gave her nothing, just polite half-answers. I watched her watch me, realizing I wasn't that boy she could corner with guilt anymore. After dinner, she pulled me aside to her study, the same one she used to lock when she didn't want me in there. She closed the door. Her hands trembled. "I'm sick," she said. "Liver failure. I don't have long." I nodded. "I'm sorry to hear that." She looked down. "I need your help with some documents. The house, the accounts. I want to leave things in order." That's when I saw it, the folder on her desk. My name written across it, and inside, papers with my company's logo. She'd forged my signature on loan guarantees years ago. My credit, my name, used to build her little empire of fake charity. So that's why she wanted me here. Not love, not regret, just a cleanup job before she went. I didn't flinch. I just said, "Of course, I'll help you." That night, in a motel 2 miles away, I opened my laptop. I didn't rage. I didn't drink. I just began tracing her steps. The foundation she ran, the one that claimed to help single mothers, was bleeding money. Her business partner was her husband, a man with 3 prior bankruptcies under different names. I recognized the pattern immediately. She hadn't changed. She'd just upgraded her lies. So I called a friend at the Financial Crimes Division, quietly, carefully. I gave him just enough to start looking. Then I drafted a few documents of my own, a power of attorney transfer, a trust adjustment, 2 notarized forms that she wouldn't read but would eagerly sign if she thought it protected her. I visited her every week after that. She thought it was reconciliation. It wasn't. It was preparation. Each visit I brought papers. She signed them, grateful, thinking I was saving her legacy. In reality, she was signing everything, every account, every property, every hidden fund. The irony was poetic. The same hand that once handed me a trash bag was now handing me everything she owned. On her birthday, she asked me to come one last time. The house was quiet. Only her and her husband were there. She looked weak, pale, human. "Thank you," she whispered, "for helping me. I know I wasn't a good mother." I looked at her for a long time. "No," I said softly, "you weren't." Her husband shifted uncomfortably, sensing something he couldn't name. I handed her a folder. "These are the finalized papers. It's all settled." She smiled faintly. "You're a good son." I waited a moment, then said, "Not really. Those papers transfer everything to me. You're signing your assets away. And the authorities will arrive by morning about the embezzlement reports I filed under your charity's name." Her face froze. "What?" I leaned forward. "You built your life on lies, Mom. But you taught me something valuable, how to survive. I just applied your lessons better." Her husband barked. "You can't." I turned to him. "You're listed as co-director. They'll come for you too." He went pale. I stood. "I'm done cleaning up after you." I walked out before she could speak. Her voice followed me, thin, desperate, calling my name like it still had power. It didn't. 2 weeks later, I got a letter from her lawyer. She'd passed. Inside was a note, short, shaky handwriting. "I'm proud of you. You became everything I couldn't." I read it twice, then burned it. People talk about forgiveness like it's some higher virtue. But forgiveness never built me a roof when I was 15. It never fed me, never signed my scholarship checks. Justice did. So when I drive past that old house now, I don't feel hate, just balance. She gave me exile, I gave her consequence. And that feels close enough to love.